Hi, everybody. Old Dynamite here, the maniacal maestro of the microphone and the voice of AKA. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight at AKA 45 from the all-new Live Casino Hotel in Bossier City, we've got 3 championships on the line, and one of them that I'm looking forward to myself is the Amateur Flyweight Championship, and standing next to me right now is the challenger, the man they call Rebar, Peyton Sojka. Now, Peyton, you had an opportunity at an interim championship, a little bit of an issue with the weight cut on that one. You came in fine here, locked, cocked, and ready to rock. You're getting another opportunity at the AKA Championship Gold. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I'm really happy for the opportunity to go for this.
And, man, you match up very well with our current champion, Darrian Hayes. But I tell you have been on a tear here lately. You're on, what, a 4-5 fight win streak now? You're 7-1 as an amateur, an absolute fire plug out there. Is there something maybe you've worked on for this fight that normally you don't do in the gym to make sure you're ready for the champion?
I don't know. I feel like I always try to work on everything no matter who I'm fighting. So everything's the same, probably a little bit more intense than usual.
And what happens after this? Let's say Peyton Sojka gets his hand raised as the new AKA Amateur Flyweight Champion. What's next for you, man? Are you going to stay amateur for a while at that, defend that title? You looking at the pro ranks maybe?
So I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've talked to a bunch of my buddies. I've talked to my fiance about it too. After this fight, when I become champion, I'll be getting ready to get married in October. So it's kind of whatever happens after that. I might even shoot after the 135 champs. Who knows? It might be a double champ. I don't know. We'll see.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We might have ourselves a 2-weight class champion. He's definitely got the tools to get it done. Folks, do not miss. This has Fight of the Night written all over it. You're going to see Peyton Sojka vie for the AKA Amateur Flyweight Championship as he takes on our champion, Darrian Hayes, here at AKA 45. Standing next to me is the current reigning and defending AKA Amateur Flyweight Champion. He is known as the Icon, Darrian Hayes. So, Darrian, we know you come from a camp of absolute killers in Alexandria, Louisiana, the Global Fitness Academy. Darrian, you are the champ, Darrian, but now you're stepping into somewhat enemy territory. This is Peyton Sojka's home turf. How does that feel as a fighter when you go in knowing you're going to have a crowd that's kind of got some animosity towards you because of the hometown guy you're fighting?
Oh, I love it. It's diversity is what fuels me and keeps me going. But it's something exciting fighting in someone else's backyard just to defend my title, you know.
And how does it feel? Do you have a little more pressure on yourself? You know, it's one thing to be on the hunt. Now you've got the champion. You've got the target on you. Everybody wants what you have, so now you are the hunted. What does that do for you as a fighter with your mindset?
Keeps me hungry, keeps me going. When I won the belt, I just had that pride of I got to train harder. I got to be better than what I was yesterday. So with this training camp, I've doubled down and did a lot more than I usually ever did in my past career and all my other fights. So I put in a good work for this.
And speaking of coming from that camp of killers, what kind of pressure does that put on you, knowing you've got guys like David Bosnick, Jesse Roberts, so many accomplished fighters that are watching you out there perform as well? A little pressure in that category?
Of course. They all look at me as their little brother, so they want me to succeed, so they push me a lot harder than what they usually do. So we're going to go and execute the game plan and bring it dub out.
Outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, the Icon is ready for his title defense here at AKA 45 from the all-new Live Casino Hotel right here in Bossier City, Louisiana.
125 title on the line. Peyton Sojka, Darrian Hayes. We are underway. Final amateur matchup of the night. Scheduled for 5 rounds. Sojka immediately looking for the takedown.
Solid defense here from Darrian Hayes. Nice sprawl, finding the head. This is good stuff.
Sojka relentless on that single leg, though. But you're right, great defense so far by Darrian Hayes.
Sojka able to elevate, and Hayes lands on his feet. Wow.
That was impressive stuff from Hayes, just as equally as impressive from Sojka.
You can tell Darrian Hayes, he knew he was going to come in and fight a guy who was going to try to wrestle him. He has been putting in work, and he's doing an excellent job here. Might have been a fence grab. Yeah, looked like a fence grab.
You got a point deducted as well, Matt, right off the bat, a point deducted from Darrian Hayes, and that's how we're going to open up this championship fight.
Listen, when a takedown I would have to see it, and I didn't have a great sight of it. Darrian Hayes wasn't pumped. He kind of was like, nah, I don't know about that. So who knows? But the hand did extend. It did look like he grabbed the fence, kind of twisted his ankle there. Right back to work.
Ooh.
Darrian Hayes clips him with a little check hook as he enters, hits him with a beautiful right hand. Wow.
Sojka immediately reaching for the legs. Hayes landed a couple good shots there.
And that is the right move. Look at Hayes. Look at this. This is such good work, keeping the head in the center, sprawling out on the lock of Peyton Sojka. Wow. I am very impressed by Darrian Hayes so far.
High-level fight so far between these two.
And Peyton's tough. Peyton can wrestle, kind of turks him up, picks him up and slams him. Definitely a big moment, but look, right back to his feet is Darrian Hayes. Holy cow.
We've got one hell of a fight on hand.
Hayes has a good pair of hands on him, putting it together well.
He does. He's been out of reach of everything that Sojka's thrown. Sojka's been coming up with air so far. Until right then.
Bombs a left hand to the body, overhand right. Darrian Hayes able to circle off, create an angle. Finds a beautiful teep with that back leg. Low kick. Finds its target right
Nice
on
jab.
the calf. Peyton didn't like that jab.
No, he did not. Stunned him for a second, it looked like.
Swooping left hook. But Darrian Hayes just out of range of it.
We haven't seen Sojka throw any kicks yet. That's usually a big part of his arsenal.
He kind of opened up the fight with a kick,
There's
and
one.
Darrian Hayes just made it miss. But yeah, there he eats at the inside low kick. Straight left hand. Darrian
Hayes switching stances.
switching stances, looking good. Beautiful jab, extends. I've got to say, what a performance thus far by Darrian Hayes. Peyton Sojka, sometimes recency bias, you see him and he's been on a tear and he's looked so good, but Darrian Hayes comes in tonight, great first round, ready for it. Holy cow.
But a very close first round.
Yes.
Hayes definitely had the bigger punches landed. Sojka with a takedown. It was a close first round. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you can see both guys very skilled. I mean, they both got a little bit of everything in the bag, as I mentioned earlier, and they really had to put it all on display in that first round.
Darrian Hayes is doing such a great job with the wrestling defense. I think Peyton needs to continue to get to the wrestling. He just needs to set it up a little better. You saw he had success. This big moment right here, that was just being tricky with wrestling stuff that he's just done for so much longer than Darrian Hayes. Stayed glued to that leg, found a moment to scoot his hips underneath him, get enough leverage to lift him vertical and turn him. There's another nice sweeping overhand right from Peyton Sojka. I do agree, it wasn't, that round could have got, I don't.
But we're forgetting the biggest factor in that round, the point deduction from Darrian Hayes.
Wow.
And that is what really looms large in that first round. He had the fence grab, Chris Hill deducted the point.
Yeah, if somebody gives Peyton Sojka the round, he's up 10-8, and that's something difficult to overcome. Though I will say, Darrian Hayes looks excellent. So light on his feet, switching stances, dynamic stuff. I just don't remember this from the last time I saw him.
No, and I like what he's doing, switching southpaw too, showing him something different. Switching back to orthodox.
Peyton needs more of that. Get back after those legs. Slow Darrian Hayes down a little bit.
It's just one of the things that always pops off the page to me when I watch Sojka fight is the kicks. Another takedown attempt, another good sprawl here by Hayes. Sojka working on that single leg.
Looks like he's got his hands together.
He does.
He's got him against the fence. Beautiful score there by Peyton Sojka.
But no time to control him. Hayes onto his knees. Nearing the halfway point of round number 2.
Peyton looking to maybe cinch up this arm in guillotine here. Darrian back to his feet.
There's
Not in a
knee.
great spot. Yeah, susceptible to those. Beautiful right hand on the break from Peyton Sojka.
Good round so far for Peyton Sojka here in round number 2. You're right, Hayes just so light on his feet out there.
Looks like Mighty Mouse Johnson.
A little bit, I would agree. You're right. Quick timeout, right back to the action.
Stabs to the body. Good eyes, good hand position. Hayes just is tuned in. But that being said, Peyton is the one having the success. He's scored the takedown in this round. Darrian does look great, but Peyton's still fighting a great fight.
Ooh,
big right hand behind the ear.
Yeah, nice right hand there from Sojka. Peyton trying to get it going offensively.
This is better work from Peyton. I feel like Darrian kind of sees everything. He needs to have the wherewithal to put a little volume out there. He's in a great position.
Walked into that right hand. Fires back a left of his own.
What a high-level flyweight fight. I love to see it. Both of these guys, Louisiana guys, both talented.
Sojka displaying the hands. Hayes gives it right back. Sojka too far out on that shot.
Man, not good optics here for Peyton. I thought he was winning that round and doing a good job, but ending it right here. And you've seen the judges today, man, they are all over the place. It's really hard to say.
That's a good point. I think we have one judge who's seeing things a little bit differently than the other two.
Where are they sitting?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Good golly.
So anything could be in play right now. This is a very close fight. Both of these first two rounds, you could definitely see moments for both. Round two, better for Sojka. I felt like round one was a little bit better for Hayes. I felt like Sojka had some good moments there, though, in round number two.
Oh, definitely had some good moments. This is a really close fight. These guys are studs, both of them. I just love to see it. Not only guys from Louisiana, but guys in my weight class who are both so talented, and what a fight.
Good left hand, followed it up with the right. Did Sojka? I would be shocked if Sojka lost that round, to be honest with you. I know Hayes had a good moment or two, but
I just worry about the finishing sequences and how the optics looked with Peyton laying on his back. And Darrian did have a good volley of attack there towards the end of that round. I mean,
it's fair.
This fight is razor close. Good feint from Darrian Hayes. Hayes just great distance management. I mean, this kid's a stud. Both of them just outstanding.
Hayes got Sojka up against the fence for a moment.
Sharp jab from Hayes after the low calf kick, inside low kick from Peyton. Right hand finds the chin.
Almost 1 minute off the clock here in round number three. Bit of a feeling out process here for a moment.
Not a bad combination there. Ended it with some defense, and because of that, avoided any damage.
Sojka nearly dunked into that one. Fires out the jab.
Peyton Sojka trying to jab over that lead hand of Darrian standing in the open stance in front of him. Good long cross followed by a left leg from Sojka. Ooh, inside low kick.
And we really haven't seen Peyton attack the outside leg. Everything's been on the inside so far. Halfway gone here in round number three. Sojka fires a bomb, follows it up with a shot.
That was a good transition, but he still kind of shot to his knees and allowed Darrian some time. Darrian must have, I've got to talk to him after this, because this is good stuff. Of course, Peyton fights through and finds his mark, finds the takedown. Now we're in the butterfly guard of Darrian Hayes. Steps over, working to side position. Good hip bump there from Hayes. Retains his guard for a split second. Fishing for his underhook. High level stuff, these guys. Peyton Sojka going, attempting an armbar, possibly giving up position.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake there by Sojka.
Continues to roll, going after the leg lock. Darrian Hayes doing a good job of just staying compact, but what a mistake by Peyton Sojka. Was in a great spot, doing well, and just goes for a submission with a little too much time. But you know, that's IQ stuff. That's even in the last round. It was a good butterfly sweep attempt there. Wasn't able to get it. Great base by Darrian Hayes. What a fight.
What a fight. These two are so evenly matched. I mean, we're pretty much at a stalemate at this point. This is, again, one of those very close rounds. Sojka had a good moment, got the takedown. Hayes flipped it on his kind of flipped the end of the round on its back whenever Sojka made that mistake.
Yeah, I think Sojka definitely had his most success on the feet in that round. Was able to find some good shots. Looks like he's actually setting things up, not just putting them out there. But man, the mistake at the end, that's kind of what stands out the most to me. And I don't know, I'm having a hard time. It could be 2-1. It could be 3-0.
It could, and the point deduction is so
That's
big.
right. I keep forgetting that there was a point deduction.
At worst for Peyton Sojka, the first round was 9-9.
Yes.
You know what I mean? At worst.
Sure.
So I personally felt like he won round two. That was a very close round right there.
Could've gone to
Debatable.
Darrian Hayes, but it could be a draw right now going into the championship rounds.
You're right.
How about that? A little drama for the end of the night.
I love it. I mean, what more could you ask for between these two guys who were so game?
And
Final 6 minutes.
Just look how composed they both are. Nobody's breathing heavy. Nobody looks exhausted. They are right back to work. This is the 4th round. Both of these guys are professional. They're headed for some professional
No
fights.
doubt about it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see it very soon.
Left hand. I think it skipped off the chin. Nice jab from Peyton. Good feint.
He's staying out of range.
Doing a little better this round, yeah. Brings his feet together there. Darrian Hayes attacks him. Uppercut comes close. Good read. Both guys score a left hook there.
One thing you see with Hayes, he doesn't just exit on a straight back, right?
Oh,
He's got taking good angles out of there.
What a stud.
Nice left hand from Sojka. Hayes coming back with that undercut.
Lead hand uppercut finds the target. Jab to the body. Check hook by Sojka. Not able to follow it up with anything. Cross to the body. Cross to the body is a good idea for Sojka because a cross to the body looks similar to a level change in a shot. Beautiful jab, hook, cross. Scores for Peyton Sojka.
Hayes firing right back.
Hayes firing a left hand and a left kick right behind it. Tricky stuff. Just the arsenal of both the guys, and it is a chess match in there. Jab, turns the chin.
And that was a flush jab from Darrian Hayes. Final minute of round number 4. Hayes starting to look for that lead uppercut.
Long right hand. That was like a
something you do in practice, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you're used to throwing the fastball. He kind of threw a change-up calf kick, and it kind of thumped.
It landed.
Pretty cool. I like it.
Final 30 seconds of round number 4. What has been an incredibly close fight between Sojka and Hayes.
What a championship-worthy fight. And again, I want to brag on these guys because this fight was made so long ago. We've had professionals drop out of fight the night of the fight, and we made this fight. It stuck together, and they showed up ready to go.
Well, these are two guys that mean all business. They absolutely put the time and effort into their craft, and they're not going to let anybody take it away from them.
One more round. One more round.
One more round coming up here. Amateur flyweight title on the line, and we have a fight that honestly anyone could be in front right now, legitimately, especially with the point deduction. It's opened up the door really well for Peyton Sojka. He's taken advantage at times, but this 5th and final round could be the deciding factor.
Absolutely. It could all come down to this 5th round. such good work from both guys, just volleying back and forth, high-level stuff. Everybody's, you can tell they're looking for certain things. They're trying to find their angles. They're trying to set up their takedowns and their punches, switching stances, making adjustments to each other's adjustments. And it's just been so impressive thus far. Both of these guys have a lot to be proud of. I hope to see a banger of a 5th round. Let's end this thing the right way. And these guys have a future, no matter the outcome of tonight, no matter who gets that belt wrapped around their waist. These guys both are going to be just fine. I look forward to seeing everything play out.
The only thing that has surprised me, not a lot of low kicks from Peyton Sojka. It's something that's been such a weapon the last few times I've watched him.
And I think something that makes that difficult is because Darrian Hayes is switching stances. He is giving him different things to look at, making it tough, like right there, and just effortlessly goes from orthodox to southpaw, almost as if he's standing in a neutral stance.
Good jab from Sojka.
Snaps his head back. That's good stuff. Right hand maybe skates off of Darrian Hayes as he leans back. There's that left high kick, just flicks it up. Good speed on that still, and we're talking in the 5th round.
Neither guy is really, seems like they have an empty gas tank at this point. Feels like both guys can still press on the gas.
Double jab cross to the body. Check hook. Gets an angle, not able to capitalize on it.
Two minutes remaining.
A minute and 45, and we don't know who's going to win this fight. It's up in the air. Anybody can come out and take this.
Especially with judge number 3 sitting over there. Anything feels possible tonight. Point deduction for Hayes in the 1st round for a fence grab. Sojka attacks the inside of the calf. Hayes staying out of range. Who's going to have the exclamation point? Nice left hand from Hayes.
Was a good left hand.
Sojka throwing some bombs back.
Sharp jab from Hayes. Evasive movement from Darrian Hayes. Looking good, looking sharp. Good pressure there from Peyton.
60 seconds left. Who's going to have
I feel
the
like
winning moment?
That was such a lapse in judgment there. He backed him up. He had him in a good spot on the cage and then apologized and let him kind of creep back in the middle. 45 seconds left. It's still anybody's fight. Whoever finishes strong here, I think, is the winner.
You may very well be right about that, Matt Schnell. 30 seconds left. Shot to the body from Sojka.
Good level change, right hand. Skips off the chin of Darrian Hayes. That was a good shot.
A little bit of talking going on out there now from Sojka and Hayes. Sojka has his nose busted open.
Definitely bleeding from the nose.
One of those jabs earlier.
Right hand to the body. That's a good shot for Sojka, but again, showed that blast double right here at the end.
Oh, what an exclamation point that would have been.
Why not? Just some style points.
What a fight, though. We go the distance. Peyton Sojka and Darrian Hayes with the amateur flyweight title on the line. They go the distance. Sensational fight. I hope people here truly appreciate what they just saw, because that was a high-level, very skilled fight.
I don't know if they do, I feel like I'm the only one standing right now, and these guys just put on a great fight. This is the future of Louisiana MMA right here. We talk about this, and these two guys are both worthy of anything they have coming their way. No matter what happens here, what a fight, what a performance. I'm going to go in there and say congratulations.
Yeah, as you should. Go ahead and step in there, Matt Schnell. The question's going to be who will have their hand raised. What a fight. The thing that may loom the largest, the Darrian Hayes fence grab in round 1, he had a point deducted. There's a chance this fight could be a draw. It is entirely possible that this could be a draw. We're going to find out what the judges think. I mean, honestly, if it came out a draw, I don't think anyone would disagree with that. what a fight. I'm usually right on top of who's going to win the fight. I honestly don't know. I truly don't. I may have Sojka ahead only because of the fence grab, but, man, Hayes was just as good. No doubt about that. Here we go. Time for your decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of championship mixed martial arts action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Let's let Rebar get his shirt on real quick. Hey, don't worry about us. Take your time, buddy. Don't get in a hurry for us. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All 3 judges have seen this bout the same way, therefore declaring your winner by unanimous decision. And still, AKA Amateur Flyweight Champion, the Icon, Darrian Hayes.
So obviously it's Darrian Hayes who has his hand raised, and look, rightfully so. I think it was probably 10-9 Hayes in the first round is how the judges saw that. So you had a 9-9 round. Hayes did enough from there to win the fight. But, man, what a war between these two. I truly don't know if people understand how high level, how technically skilled that fight was. That was a heck of a fight between 2 guys that have a very promising future. But Darrian Hayes moves to 4-1. He remains the AKA Flyweight Champion, and he's going to walk out of here with the belt that he walked in with, and he'll remain the AKA Flyweight King.
What's up, AKA Fight fans? It is your boy Drew, and I am back with our and still champion, Darrian Hayes. Brother, congratulations on an awesome fight, man. How are you feeling coming off this win?
Oh, I feel great. I worked really hard to get ready for this fight. Multiple training sessions in a day, mostly every day of the week. So I worked real hard for this one.
So now this puts your record at what now?
4-1.
4-1. Yeah. So what's next for you, brother?
Like I always say, keep training, keep working, and we'll see what happens next.
Keep feeding you those fights. You'll keep taking them, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now walk us through the fight a little bit. Tell us a little bit about it. And was there a point in the fight where you felt the momentum kind of shifting into your favor at all?
Starting off, I knew he was a wrestler, strong wrestler. Going in the first round, I figured that he was going to try to take me down and have his way with me that way. But I did a lot of wrestling during training camp, takedown defenses, a lot of sprawling. But once I seen that I was able to stop the takedown and keep it on the feet, I knew it would be swing more my way. I felt like I was a little bit faster, at a longer reach than he does. So when we got to about the end of the second round, beginning of the third round, I kind of felt like I had it, and if I just kept doing what I was doing, working what I drilled in the gym with my guys, that it would come together for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, when you're drilling with guys like, you know, David Bosnick and Jesse and all those animals over there, you can't help but come out with a win, right?
Yeah, iron sharpens iron.
Yes, sir. So now, how was the experience coming in and fighting here at Live and fighting with AKA? How was the experience for you?
Oh, I love it. I fought all my fights with AKA. This is a great promotion. They always treat me well. I love fighting for AKA.
And now, one last thing, you know, we got to get it in before I let you go. It takes a team to get to fight night. You might be in there one-on-one, but it does take a team to get you there. Go ahead and thank them up, brother.
First off, I want to thank God. Without him, I couldn't be who I am. I wouldn't have my guys to come and help me. He is everything. Shout out to Global, Hackney Fitness. I did a lot of work with him. Also did a lot of work with Jose over there in Genesis. But it goes out to the whole team. Like I always say, if it was not for my team, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to hold this belt.
Yeah, man. And then you got your little sidekick standing over here watching.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you got to give her props for putting up with your hangry self going through fight camp, right?
If it wouldn't be for her, I definitely wouldn't be able to get done with all this with her, helping me with weight cut, helping with the kids, taking care of everything at home so I can focus on my dream. So a big shout out to her.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, that's it for us here at AKA 45 with our and still the champ, Darrian Hayes. We'll check y'all after the next one.